Hi everyone, welcome to Tai Chi Fit 360 with Jan. And today I've got the seated routine for you. If you saw it up on this channel before, it was not exactly correct. So I'm making corrections with this one today. And I'm going to do combos 1 through 6 in order. And I'm going to assume that I don't need to go through the whole, you don't have to remember anything, do what you see, that whole thing. Okay. It's a safe room. Whatever happens stays in this room. So you've done your inhales and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to start right here with combo 1. And the hands float out, palm up, palm forward, sorry. Lift and gather as you inhale, exhale and sink. Hands flip, palm up. They slide off the thighs, inhale, lift and gather, sinking the chi. Last one. Inhale, lift and gather, sink the chi. And now we'll add on. The hands slide all the way down the thighs, off of the knees, float up. I usually say in a puff of warm air. And then come back, sorry, to your heart. And slide back down to your knees and slide off in front. Floating up, this is called open the door. And then exhale as you slide them back down. Inhale, opening the door. And exhale, come back down. That was the third one. Now we'll slide forward. Off the knees again, floating up. And this time we open out. And I usually do it one arm at a time first. So I'll scoop one hand right across my lap and the other one across my collarbones. This is embracing the moon. I let it go. And then I'll do it simultaneously. Both arms together, grabbing up that moon. Whatever your cue is fine. Exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling, and you only do 2 sets of these. This is the beginning of the second set. Exhale, and last set. Exhale and go. And now the palms, fingers float back together. Palms go flat to the earth. Exhale down. And we go back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Hands flip, palm up, and slide off. Inhale, lift and gather. 1, 2, and the last one. Beautiful. On to combo 2. Hands settle on your thighs for just a second, sliding off, floating up. As those fingertips float out, we separate the feet just a little bit. Bring them back in, and I settle my hands right on the top of my thighs. And then we do our drift. So we drift to one side, come back to the center, and drift to the other side. And the point that you want to make sure that you've got going on here is that we're drifting, not leaning, okay? Drifting, and we're dancing cheek to cheek. So both cheeks are on the chair this way. One is pushing farther in that way. And center, and press, and back to the center, and press. That was, I think, 3 times. And now we begin with the heel tapping. And lean, shifting back at the center, the foot comes back and the other foot comes out. And lean. Inhaling, shifting, exhaling, tapping. Second set is finished. And now I'm going to do the third set. And you can cue this to say, keep your heart forward or anything like that, because you don't want people doing this either. Okay, so you want that back to stay straight, but don't talk about arching your back. Don't. Now we're going on. So we're going to tap the heel, and this hand just floats up and out right over that foot. and the heel comes in and the hand comes in, changing out to the other side, heel and hand. Inhale right here, exhale right there. Inhale at the center, exhale when you tap. I'm going to do one more set. Inhaling and exhaling, and now we will add the last bit. So as that hand slides up and over the foot, the other one slides up and comes out over, laying the peepaw, and in and out, and play the peepaw. And I've lost track, so I hope this is the third set because my computer is doing weird stuff over there. And last one, hand comes up, other hand comes around, and then you're going to play the peepaw again, but continue and make the moon right here. One hand goes away, and I usually say foot presses the accelerator. And then you wind up a little and toss it out. Scooping in, wind up and toss. Scooping in, wind up and toss. Now we add the other circle. Catch that moon. This hand just sinks to the leg and the other hand tosses out, parting the horse's wild mane. It's not a wild horse, it's a wild mane. This means that we're bringing order out of chaos. Parting the horse's wild mane. Come back in. Play the peepaw. Once. Twice. And 3 times. And here we are. Make your moon. Top hand goes away. Press the accelerator. Wind it up a tad and unwind. Toss. Inhale here as you scoop in. Exhale as you toss. Inhaling and exhaling. And now make the moon. One hand just sinks to the bottom as the other hand tosses out to part the horse's wild mane. And I usually talk about combing out the snarls and the tangles of the mane, making it smooth and soft, shiny, and the key word that I use is silky, because pulling silk is really what Tai Chi is all about. And then I bring this hand over, big hug, bring it to the center, foot comes in, hands go flat, melting down, and then back to the beginning, sinking the chi 3 times. Flipping, inhale, lift and gather, exhale and sink. Last one. And we will go on to combo number 3. Slide those hands forward, off the knees, floating up. Open out. Everything's relaxed. And as your fingertips float back toward each other, you stop at about the point where you're holding something the size of a basketball. Tip it one high and one low. The bottom hand slides away. And when those fingers point to that back corner, the elbow bends. The hand swipes around by the cheek. And when it's doing that, the front hand flips palm up and you press out. The other hand slides underneath. They don't touch. And you inhale. Do it with the other hand, scooping in, and exhale to press, bending off monkeys. Inhaling as you slide that hand out and fold it up. Exhale to press. Do this 1 time on each side. Awesome. And stay looking forward. And then keep that hand pushing the other hand to the side. And now we continue on with 3 heel lifts because we're prepping for brush knee. That's the 3rd one. This hand now presses down as the heels come up. You can touch your lap, your thigh, or you don't have to, but make sure that it sinks 3 times. Once it does, the elbow on the other arm, the extended arm, bends in. This is your exhale, and your inhale. And I think this is the third one. And then all together. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, and not talking too much. And then we say, get ready. And we take that heel and tap it down. Press the accelerator. One hand brushes around the knee. And as the torso turns, the other hand just presses out. Rewind on an inhale. And then we do brush knee push, which is like one of the only ones that translates really well from Chinese to English. Exhale, brush knee push. The third one, this front hand sweeps down, the back hand sweeps up and over. Foot comes in, hands flip over the top, and then heels 3 times, lifting once, twice, 3 times. Keep them going, and this front hand presses down. 2, that's your exhale. 3. This hand stays still, the elbow bends, waving that hand in. 2, 3, and then all together. 1, 2, 3, bounce, press, wave. Bounce, press, wave. Bounce, press, wave. And then get ready because we're going to tap that foot out. Press the accelerator. Brush knee push with an exhale. Rewind. And exhale. Brush knee push. And rewind. And notice that I'm not like swaying way out over my leg. I'm not. It's right here. Brush knee push. That was my third one. So hand sweeps down, up and over. Foot comes in, over the top, and then all together. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, and now foot comes out. Press down, brush knee push. It's so much more of a torso twist. And yes, we are doing double spirals on this set. Front hand sweeps down, back hand sweeps up, and brush knee push. Now we spiral it back, foot comes in, over the top, and all together. Once, twice, third time, getting ready. We're going to step out, brush knee push, double spiral, inhale right here, exhale, and push. Inhale right here, exhale, push. Inhaling again, third one, exhale, push. Other arm just reaches up, makes a big hug right here. Come to the center, bring the foot in. Hands go flat to the earth, melt down, and then back to the beginning, sinking the chi 3 times. Combo 3 has closed. Inhaling, lifting, and gathering. This is number 2. And last one. On to combo 4. Waving hands like clouds. Slide those hands off those thighs, over the knees, float them up, and then out. And then I usually say pick whatever hand you like and sweep it down right over the lap. And here's the trick for us. Remember that as we're doing cloud hands seated, one hand comes across the bottom, flat palmed. Inhaling in the corner, flat palms. And float right on that lap or just above it. It really doesn't matter that much, but this palm is flat, so might as well brush it in. This top hand forms the hook. This one floats out, single whip. Boom. Yes, I'm leaning. Inhale right over those thighs. Exhale. Brush. Single whip. Inhale and exhale, opening that curtain. This hand comes right, that hand releases the hook, sweeps it around. And then we do 2 cloudy hands. Once and twice. And then the top hand again will form a hook. The other hand floats up and out. Single whip. Scoop in. Inhale. Exhale. Single whip. That's number 2. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Release that hook. Come around over this way. Big hug right here. Bring it to the center. Hands go flat. Melt it down. No, they don't. Sorry about that. Sweeping over. Exchange. Cloudy hands. Once and twice. Beautiful. This hand forms a hook and single whip out. Once. Inhaling as you slide it across. Twice. Beautiful. Third one. And right about here, I say, watch out, because here it comes. We're adding on. We come back across the top and do snake creeps down on the lap this time. Without the lunge, it's on the lap. This is the inhale. This is the exhale. Or you can call it squirrel runs down the tree and across the yard or the grass or whatever. Releasing that hook, sweep it around. And some cloudy hands. Once. And twice. And then this hand forms a hook and this hand sweeps out. Single whip. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And I think this is the third one coming up. So here's where we say, get ready. We're going to add on. And this hand comes back across the top, slides down the tree and across the grass. Inhale right here. Exhale right there. Fabulous. Beautiful. Release that hook, sweep that hand around, and now we make a big hug right in this corner. Bring it to the center. Hands go flat to the earth, melt them down, and back to the beginning, sinking the chi. This is a tiny transition in the middle of combo 4 because it's tough on the shoulders for some people. And we kind of reboot right here, sinking the chi. Last one, hands come back to the thighs, slide down, sliding off, floating up, and this time, as you open the arms, the feet step out just a tiny bit. Beautiful. This hand slides down across the lap and makes cloudy hands. Once and twice. And then the top hand forms a hook and you come out and do 3 single whips with a lunge. Inhaling as you scoop across. Exhaling as you pull that curtain open and fabulous. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. I think this is the third one. So we'll slide it across and open out. And just about as we get there, that hand releases the hook and we switch. 2 cloudy hands. Once and twice. And then this hand forms the hook. The other hand floats up and out. Single whip with a lunge. Scooping in. Floating up. Single whip with a lunge. Exhale. Last one. Scooping in. Floating up and out. Release the hook. Come on around. Float those cloudy hands 2 times. Once in this direction and once in the other direction. Make the hook. Single whip 3 times. Inhale, sliding across. Exhale. Now we come back across the top. I think that was the third one. And this one, we come down and that squirrel just gets caught on a root at the bottom of the tree. And he goes ahead and runs across the front of the knees and floats up. So this squirrel or this snake comes down a little bit further, trying to keep that heart open at the same time. You don't want collapsed backs. You just want the extra stretch. That was the third one, releasing the hook back across the top of the thighs, and then 2 cloud hands. And now we'll do the last set. Here's your hook, single whip 3 times. Once, scooping it across. Exhale, opening that curtain. Inhale to scoop across. Exhale to open that curtain. And this should be the last one, number 3. I hope so. We're going to add on. So we're going to come back and inhale across the top and slide all the way down and across in front of the knees, if you please. You don't have to. They don't have to. But we're adding the stretch here just a little bit. Inhaling here and exhaling there. Boom. We've done it. Release the hook. Sweep that hand around and make a big hug right over here. Bring it to the center. Heel toe the feet back in. Hands go flat. Melt it down. Back to the beginning. Sinking the chi 3 times. Awesome. Here's our transition to combo number 5. Exhaling. Inhaling as we lift and gather. Last one. On to combo number 5. Hands slide forward off the knees, floating up. And again, as those hands float out, we just open out a little bit. And then we make a moon. And we sink and lift at the same time. One hand just settles on the thigh as the other hand opens out. Come on back and make the moon. That's your inhale. Exhale as you ward off. Inhale. And exhale. And now we'll do a little transition. So this hand slides up and out. Over the top. Keep going around, 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 around. Make your moon. And sink and lift. Hand is level with the elbow here as you open out. This is not parting the horse's mane. This is grasping sparrow's tail. Beautiful. One more. Sink and lift and ward off. And then sliding up and out and over the top and around. Keep going. Make the moon. And sink and lift. We'll add on right here as we expand. This hand slides up and like a magnet, it pulls the other hand back down. And we're going to loop around, not any higher than shoulder height. Come along, back around both legs and across. And that's your last one. So now as we come around, this top hand digs down, sweeps out, up, over, around. The other arm stretches out. Keep going. Make the moon. Sink and lift. Open, expand. Adding on. Say hand slides up, grabs that other hand and pulls it back in. And then we loop. Little loop. Exhaling and inhaling. And here's your last one. Exhaling and inhaling, and then that top hand dives down, out and around, up and over the top. Keep going. Make your moon to the other side. Beautiful. Sink and lift. Open, expand. Sliding up, sliding down, and then adding on. We're going to toss up to the corner, cross the hands, and press out just to the knee. Go back to sliding down. Floating up to the corner, tossing the hand, crossing the wrists and pressing. One more time. You can tell how tired I am. I know. I'm sorry about that. Cross the wrists, turn and press. Then sitting back a tiny bit, the inside hand comes in and down and out and around and over the top. The other hand stretches out. Keep going. Make the moon. And we'll start from the beginning again. One, open and expand. One, sliding up and sliding down. And then one, lifting to the corner and turn to the other leg and press. And we'll do that 2 more times. Floating up, turn and press, and slide it back down. Lift to the corner. Exhale as you press. Sitting back, the inside hand comes underneath, up and over. Other hand follows around to make the moon. Sink and lift. Open, expand. Slide up and down, up to the corner. Cross the wrists. Float them out. Separate the hands. Sit back and inhale here and exhale there. Push. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then this hand just opens out and continue on. Make the moon. Sink and lift. Open, expand. Sliding up, coming back down, lifting to the corner, crossing the wrists, pressing out and adding on, separating the hands, pulling back into the heart and pressing back out and up. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one, but not least. Exhale and push. Opening out and back to the beginning. Making the moon. Sink and lift. Expand. Sliding up. Sliding down. Floating up to the corner. Come on around. Press over that knee. Open the hands. Sitting back. Inhale. Exhale to push. Open the hand out and then make the moon. Sink and lift. Open, expand. Catch that sparrow by his tail and slide him down. Catch him in the corner. Bring him to the window. Open the window and set him free. Hands make a big hug right here in this corner. Bring them to the center. Heel, toe your feet. And then melt it down. Back to the beginning. Sinking the chi. Transition to the last combo. Remember, inhale, lift and gather. Exhale, sink. Last one. Hands slide forward. off the knees, float up on that puff of warm air, opening out, coming back in. Let them melt down to your thighs and then slide off. And the hands palm up, gather, gather, gather. All that chi energy, focus it right above you. And then let it come down right between your fingers. All the way down to the core, belly button, whatever you want to call it. Float it up to the heart and then out and around, reaching out, scooping it up, bringing it back in, and then pressing that up to the heart and then letting it just wash all the way down to your toes. And inhale as you grab up some more, right overhead, those fingers melt it down, right down your center line. Focus it up in your heart and then make the diamond with your fingers and your thumbs and press out, breathing, exhaling. Beautiful. Inhale, and on the next exhale, melting it down. And we'll do that again, sliding off, floating up, gathering it in, focusing it straight down your center line. Awesome. Coming straight down to your core, bouncing it up to your heart, and then sweeping out and around, grabbing up all that chi that belongs to you. It's right in front of you. Catch it, bring it to your core, let it float up to your heart, and then washing it down. Again, floating up right above your head, focusing it down into a center line. Beautiful. And then comes up to your heart, make that diamond, and press out. On your next exhale, melt it down. And then one more time, opening the heart, floating it up, gathering it in, focusing it in a line straight down. It's beautiful, white light, just absorbing right into your body. Bring it up to your heart and sweep it around. Find some more. Bringing it in, gathering it up right into your core, floating it up to your heart and melting it down. Last one. Make sure this is a good one. Gather it all up in. Chi is coming right down like a torrent of rain, right down your center line. If your fingers or your palms are tingling, that's the chi. Bring it up to your heart. Form your diamond right here. Pressing it out. Really press on your exhale. Inhale, keep pressing, and on your next exhale, let that all just melt down. And then finally, one last, sinking the chi. Lifting and gathering, melting it down to your thighs. And that, my friends, is the seated routine in November 2020. I'm so glad you could join me today. I've gotten this straight from the horse's mouth, so there are no questions about it. I'm to teach it exactly this way, and I hope that it helps you all to learn the seated routine as we know it now in 2020. If you really like this video, please go ahead and subscribe, and your computer will let you know every time I've got a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you again, energy is everything. Keep breathing and go with the flow. Bye.